Welcome to TouchPoints TV. I'm Debbie House, Editor-in-Chief of Retail TouchPoints, and I'm here with David Dorf, who's the Senior Director of Technology Strategy for Oracle Retail. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and the first one has to do with just innovations around mobile technology. I know Oracle's been involved in all kinds of interesting new technology innovations, so I wanted to hear from you.
Well, mobile has certainly been a big impetus behind a lot of change in retail. And so a couple different things that are going on. One is around payments. So payments, of course, are being changed, the way that people pay for things, handle loyalty and digital coupons. So we actually partnered with ISIS, which is an NFC vendor that does NFC payments. And we've taken our mobile point of service and enabled it to accept payments from an ISIS phone. So when you're in a store and you're selling using your mobile point of service and you get to the time to pay, the customer can then just take their phone and your mobile point of service and you tap them together to pay, send over loyalty, send over coupons. That's one of the really cool things we've been working on. And a second one that has been interesting has been voice response in our mobile point of service. So think of it as like leveraging Siri on the Apple iPhone to be able to talk. So we found that the CFO of Walmart recently said that for every second that they can shave off of a transaction time, they save $12 million in labor. So we're really trying to speed transaction time. We think voice response is one way to do it. So a cashier might have a headset in their ear as they're using their point of sale, and as they're scanning items, it can tell them, this is on sale, you should offer this related item. We can use Endeca to pull up related items for the different things. And then you can say commands to it like, deduct 10% for store coupon, and it saves more touches on the screen to really make sure that we get transactions as fast as possible.
So, very cool. What do you see as the timeline for implementation of? I mean, it sounds awesome, and I would love to see it working in the stores. But what do you see as the timeline?
Yeah. So the timeline around payments is much faster. The timeline around the voice takes a little longer. People have to get used to it. There's a lot of operational concerns around that to make sure you can hear, to make sure that it's not responding to something else going on within the store, and it only fits a certain verticals. But I think we're about 2 years away from having voice response in stores.
Okay. And so how do these new innovative technologies impact the overall multi-channel or omni-channel experience that retailers are striving for?
Right. So at Oracle, we now term it commerce anywhere, because it's not about channels. We've broken down channels. It's all about interacting with brands and customers. And so what we want to do is take a lot of the capabilities that are already inherent on e-commerce sites in the web and bring those into the store and combine them. So we've been able to take our assets from ATG and Endeca and our point of service and combine those things so that you can actually start a transaction at home on the web. You can transfer it to your phone. That cart sits on your phone. You go into the store, you might scan some other items. You can then have an associate come up with an iPad. You can then transfer the cart over to the iPad, and the associate can help you find what you're looking for, make suggestions, that sort of thing. And then you can actually pay right there on the iPad, or you can transfer it to a traditional register and check them out there.
Commerce anywhere.
Commerce anywhere, yep. Breaking down the silos.
Sounds like an ideal, and I'm anxious to see us get there. So thanks for joining us today and sharing your insights. And thanks to all of you for joining us on TouchPoints TV.